It is about time. What is up, y'all? Welcome to another Thursday night live stream Q&A. I've been working on this for like a half hour and nothing's working right, so may end up doing a little ranty poo here in a little bit. First off, I come to my live stream and it's changed to Pacific time, which really aggravates me. There's been a lot of things here lately that has made me think that someone has got access to my account or something. I've done some changing of my passwords this last week, but something's not right because there's too many things that keep on getting changed. Like, it was showing people, I'm sure people were just turning away. It was showing people that I wasn't going live for another couple of hours. And that is aggravating. I had to shut my computer down and restart it. Angry. So, can you guys hear me and see me? That's like the main goal right now. If you can hear me and see me, let me know. Because my Streamlabs, everything has changed on my Streamlabs too. I had a whole different thing that I worked like an hour on the other night, and just a little bit ago Streamlabs act like it had never seen me before, made me sign in and start over fresh. Okay, and we're already having low stream health, which that's pathetic because I've got like 74 CPUs, 74%. That's the best I've ever had. So this Streamlabs is working better than what my OBS was. So I like that. I almost gave up and went to OBS, and I had that going, and then just my computer wasn't working right. I had just edited a video, which I don't know if that's saved. I'll have to see. I had to shut my computer down, and guys. Okay, so Thursday nights we do a live Q&A. You guys ask me anything. I go for like an hour. Of course, I started a few minutes late, so we'll go a little bit late. I don't plan on going too much longer because I've got to get that video finished tonight. I had it edited, completely edited. I got off work, made hot dogs and chips for supper, just po' boy type of supper, and then got in here and started editing. Smacked that one out, had it ready to render, but I thought, I'm going to wait until after the live stream because I don't want it rendering and knocking everything down. And I don't know. I ended up having to start my computer over again, so I might have to re-edit that video. That was a 3.5 minute rant there, guys. So I'm going to go to the chat and see who all's here. It says we got 29 people here. Keith Bordley's in the house. Was the stream moved back 2 hours? It says 10 Central. Yeah, it's so aggravating. I don't know what happened, but my settings were changed to Pacific time, so 8 Pacific would be 10 Central. So it's like my computer knows that I'm 10 Central, or I'm Central, but the time was changed. My settings of YouTube was changed. I better go and look at other settings too. I've got a video that's acting really weird right now too, that ever since that started happening, like, weird things have been happening. So I don't know. Okay, enough about that for now. Charlie is here. He's now again Charlie, aka Gone Wishing. What is up, Charlie? Denny Close is here. Charles W, Tampa Tom, Daryl Deemer, Kevin from Mortal Slayer 82, Dank to the Tanks is in the house. What's up, Dankers? Dankle. Jeremy H is here. Howdy doody. It's howdy doody time. Howdy doody. Ken Amy is in the house. What's up, Ken? Barry from RNH2O is here. What's up, Barry? Nice to see you. Let's see, who else? Already said Keith. Prolific Breeds in the house. What's up, man? Adrian Castillo Jr. is in the house. Jeff, you are late. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been late, though. It just technical difficulties. You know, and I spent an hour on this new Streamlabs the other night and had all kinds of things. I even had it to where, what was the other thing that I had on here? I had alerts set up. So every time something special happens, like if I got a subscriber, it would beep and then it would pull it up and show, or every time I got a super chat or something like that. And I didn't even mess with it right now, because what if that was the reason why everything was messing up? I don't know. Jeff from Valley Fish is in the house. I'm also a little upset because I shipped something out on Monday to California, and it's still showing the last time they scanned it was Monday whenever it left my post office. So I've never had this happen before. Today was the 4th day technically. It left my post office at like 4 o'clock, and that's the last time it was scanned. It just keeps on saying on its way to the next destination. Yeah, the only thing that I have on my side is California is in the 60s right now. If this was in the Midwest right now with the cold temperatures, I would have been, you know, out of luck. So I'm hoping that they show up tomorrow and everything is great. That's what I'm hoping for. But you can't help but be angry about it. I mean, it was 8 plecos, I think. I've got hundreds more, so it's not that. It's just the point of all the hard work that I put into it. Jeff from Valley Fish is here. What's up, Jeff? Not Nola Jean. Fish Rich is in the house. What's up, Not Nola Jean? Jeff Chambers is here. Jeff says the West Coast is the best coast anyway. Yeah, I know. It's helping me out right now because luckily I condition my fish before I send them out. Also, another thing, luckily, they are little, small, plecos. They're like an inch long, if an inch. So that's good. They're all cleaned out. They're small. They've got some stuff in there to help with ammonia. They're double bagged. They got a heater. They got a heater that was going to last for 72 hours, and now they're in 60 degrees. But I still think they'll be okay. I really do think they'll be okay if they're even in California. If they don't show up tomorrow, it's like, what the heck? Jason from Fish Tropic is here. What is up? Carbon Really's in the house. Mary's making fun of me with the poor Jeffy Weffy. Or I'm sorry, Barry is making fun of me. Sherry Costa's here. Mr. D's Tanks and More. Let's see here. Who else? Looks and sounds good. Thanks a lot, Not Nola Jean. I like watching the counter. Cool. Yep, that is a nice feature. Darcy from Island Queen is here. What's up, Darcy? Alright, I know there's no way it's down at the bottom. It's all gray. Somebody just said it's all gray. Good Lord, it's all gray in your beard. It throws off the facial recognition. Thanks a lot, Jeremy. That was really nice of you. Oh, man, that was funny. Let's see. Joseph from JH Aquatics is in the house. What's up, Joseph? Nice to see you, buddy. Enjoyed that live stream last night. Alright. Matthew Moore Sticklids is here. What's up, Matthew? Jeremy Fryer is here. What's up, Jeremy? Got a bunch of Jeremys in here tonight. Alright. Let's see. Who else? Reels Tanks is here. What's up, Reels? Sherry Costa with the first question of the night. And hopefully we're not buffering, because on my end, we are good to go. We've got high CPUs, real high CPUs, but my live stream health is showing low, so hopefully we're not lagging. Sherry Costa with the first question. How often would you recommend root tabs on swords, crypts, and valves? Most tanks have Eco Complete and one tank with Valsenaria and gravel and coarse sand. Is it possible to replace them too much? On those heavy root feeders like that, I would just watch and see if they look like they have any deficiencies or anything like that. Like if they start turning like a yellow, or the color is not as bright. Because I don't put too much work into my sword plants and my val and different things like that. My crypts, I like to replenish them every few months or so. You know, I would say that you probably could overdo it, and I think that question was asked on a live stream one time, and I'm pretty sure that you can overdo it. But like these, I actually did a bunch of root tabs today, and I think it had been like 6 months since I root tabbed this tank, and I placed some in some different places, and I would say you're not going to hurt anything every 6 months, but I don't focus on the swords and the val as much as I do the crypts. Like I like my crypts better than I do my val and my swords. Like the swords seem like they do good even if I don't do root tabs. Good question though. Aquatic Jack is in the house, fingers crossed. What's up, Aquatic Jack? Denny Close says, really need the show to stop making me work during your streams. Oh, the snow. Yeah. I still battling with the snow here. I mean, we've not gotten any new, but when you get dumped with 17 inches of snow, ay. Jason says, make a coffee and watch some Roadhouse. No kidding. Frankie Foundation is in the house. What's up, Frankie? Tampa Tom says, Jeffroz, sound and picture are both working well tonight. Someone said something about root tabs multiple times. Okay, Sherry, I would try 2 tabs per sword per month. Ooh. Yeah, I don't do that often. My swords do good even without root tabs, so I don't know. I think when I plant those, I do a root tab then, but that's about it. Like I haven't root tabbed my swords in a long time. As I look over at a root or a sword, like, are you okay over there, buddy? Roadhouse, Family Guy voice. Yeah, really. Please hit the like button if you want Plecos to live. Thanks, Aquatic Jack. Appreciate that. Valley Fish says, I have had fish tracking get stuck as they just got received by USPS all the way till I got them. Don't worry so much. I know, and I've had that same thing happen too, and that's what I was thinking all along the way. But whenever I talked to the guy that I sent them to earlier, they didn't come at all today, and they were kind of not really guaranteed by today, but it was the 2 to 3 priority, and they were supposed to have been there by 8 o'clock today, and they aren't. And it's, you know, the tracking is still stuck. I've had that same thing happen though, where it's showing that it was still on its way to Oskaloosa for let's say that it was scanned out at Des Moines and it's on its way to Oskaloosa. And then all of a sudden I get a text that it's been delivered and there was no update, you know, in between. There was no update saying out for delivery. It's kind of just hit and miss. Cichlid King Aquatics is in the house. What's up, Jeffro? What is up, Cichlid King? Nice to see ya. How often would you recommend feed minerals to your fish? I don't really ever feed minerals to my fish. Every once in a great while, I put a little bit of that Rapashi calcium, just dusting in my tanks, but not really often. Man, my chat is going berserk tonight. We only have 38 watching. You would think that YouTube would be able to handle that. Still working on my Christmas decorations. Shake my head. Sounds like fun, Mary. Sounds like a lot of fun. I got my tree up, Mary. It's awesome. Lurking. Okay, what's up, Susan? Nice to see ya. Jeff Roy, name 3 fish that start with clown. clown pleco. Oh my gosh. Clown loach. And then what's that one saltwater? Clown pleco, clown loach, and clown fish. Clown fish, clown loach, and clown pleco. Fish are together than you think they will be fine. Fish are tougher than you think they will be fine. I hope they'll be fine, especially the hard work that I put into them. Bob went live in a Jeff Ann stream. Sherry, okay. Let's see here. If you make Rapashi, why not add minerals to it? There you go, Jeff, a new video. Yeah, I know. Dank adds a lot of stuff to his Rapashi. About the only time I've ever added anything to my Rapashi was whenever I did that green bean casserole stuff. Dying here. Okay. Lobes and Fishes is in the house. What's up, Lobes? And literally, I am finally at the bottom of the chat. Wow. I probably missed a lot, but that's okay. I'm sure you guys won't chase me down too bad. Swaggy Skywalker, aka Nerdboy Aquatic, says green dragons, question mark. I could have got some green dragons a while back, but I kind of passed up on them. I don't really like the short fin ones that are out there, like the long fin ones that are out there, like I think Greg said Sage is the one that's got some really nice ones. They, to me, look more green than the short fin ones do. The ones that I could have got, Dank did get some of them, and he's got like some that look really, really good, and then some that don't. I mean, that's my opinion, but I'm not trying to hit on or hate on Dank's green dragons, but I don't have any. You ever feed krill and herring, soak it in some minerals, and boom, power food. BB23 is in the house. Long time no see, buddy. Welcome to the live stream. Bitropic says he's got some long fin greens. Those are nice. I really like those. Do you have a canister on any of your planted tanks? And if you do, how often are you cleaning the canister? I do not have a canister at all, and I haven't in, I think that the last time someone asked me that, I think I figured it out. It's been over 20 years since I used a canister. But I did see one the other day that I thought about going ahead and grabbing. I probably wouldn't set it up. Excuse me. It was an Eheim 600 Classic, and I saw an unboxing of it, and that thing really actually looked pretty nice. It looked like one that I would like to get, and if I do get a bigger tank, I would already have one ready and have a bunch of media already cycled and stuff, so I could set up a big tank pretty quick that way. So really, I'm thinking about going ahead and getting it, because I haven't had one in a long time, and I mean, that thing looked like almost like a 5-gallon bucket how big it was. It was the Eheim 600 Classic, and it actually looked pretty nice. So I'm putting a reminder in. Sorry. Wow. It's not even typing right. Nothing's working right tonight, guys. Classic. Am I ranting tonight or what? Golly. Okay. Put that to tomorrow night. Okay. Let's see here. I saw some people jumping in. Jeffro, plan on ordering Zis Bubble Bio Moving Bed Filters. I bought 4 of them and they came in today. I haven't got any of them hooked up or anything, but I grabbed one out of the box and they're actually pretty durable. They're not cheaply made. They actually are huge too. They look a lot bigger in person. So I don't know if you've seen anyone holding them and I mean, like, they're like this big. They're actually pretty good size. The super reds I bought from you are doing well, but one is huge and the others are just there. Yeah, and I can't promise you that they're the same age, because every time my fry get big enough that they're eating really good, I go ahead and release them. So, you know, sometimes some of them do better than others, and then also it could be that the big one is maybe just like 2 weeks or a month older than the others or something like that. What is up, Dank? Valley Fish said that that stuff is awesome. Too bad it is so expensive and my tank is 20 long. Okay. Are you streaming from your living room? Cattastic says, are you streaming from your living room? I am streaming from my bedroom / office / fish room. This was originally my bedroom, but I have a desk in here because I work from home, and then I also do all my YouTube videos from here. And then I started adding fish tanks here and there, and now I've got like 13 fish tanks in here. On the other side of this fish tank right here, so this tank right here is at the foot of my bed. And yeah, this is my bedroom. Welcome to the live stream though, Cat. Aquatic Jack is asking, I have a Fluval FX6 on my 125 and have been cleaning it every 3 months, but it's barely dirty. I'm trying to find others to compare. I saw Mike from Mass Aquariums. I'm pretty sure his was a Fluval. He cleaned his a while back, and it, I want to say, had been 6 months or so. And then Bob from Steamfod Aquatics, his was an eBay brand. He had this one canister filter that he really liked. It was an eBay brand, and he hadn't done his in a year. And the only reason why he did it was because the flow had got kind of low. So I guess there's two things that you would think about then. If the flow isn't low, but stuff inside is getting so bad that it might be causing some spikes and some changes in your water chemistry. So that would be the things that you would watch for, is when your flow starts to get a little low that you don't like, or you know, since you know you pay attention to your fish all the time, pay attention to them, see it, you know, and then maybe check water parameters. If you go over your 3 months, start checking water parameters a couple of days a week, and if something starts changing, then you know you've made it. That's what I would do, Aquatic Jack. But there's people out there that have let them go for longer than 3 months, I know for sure. I always used to let mine go until the flow. But what you got to watch out for there is that you don't get like an ammonia spike or something like that. Okay. Dang Tank says classic boy. Yeah, I'm actually going to order one. I might order one after the stream, because I want to get a big pleco tank, and definitely going to have like a bigger, you know, filter for it. And that Eheim 600 is huge. It holds so much stuff, and it comes with a lot of stuff. It comes with all kinds of media. Cichlid King says, I have a fish house. Shake my head. Yeah, I'm up. Lisa's here too. What is up, Lisa? I'm up to 40 tanks now. Aquatic Jack says, I also have a bunch of 20 longs. I held those new filters up to 20 longs and they would work, so I don't know if that's what VB23 was talking about. But the Zis bubble, I am pretty sure it'll work in my 20 longs. 20 longs are shorter, but hang on a second. Let me grab one, because now it's got me wondering. Stay put. Stay put. Get out of my way. Go. 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 Okay. Let's look at this. So this is a 20 long back here. Little dozer. And that's on the top of the, see that? So that's on the top of the plastic, so, you know, however deep you've got your substrate. And it's below. So I don't know if that's what you were talking about, VB, but that's a 20 long back there. But this thing is huge. I mean, look at how big that thing is. This is my hand. It's actually big. It's bigger than what I thought, you know. But I did get 4 of them, and I'm going to mess around with them. They're too tall for my lowboy up there, though. I was going to cycle them in my lowboy. So what I'll probably do, I don't really know what I'm going to do yet to get them to cycle. I really don't know. I guess what I'll do is I'll set up those tanks this weekend on that rack. I've got 4 tanks to set up this weekend, and I'll get these all set up, and then I will just let them all go through their cycle before I can start adding fish to them. You know, it's just what it's got to be. Mortal Slayer 82 says, I posted my reds on IG tonight. Awesome. I will have to go and look at those. Actually, I'll probably do that right now, because there's nothing like fish that you raised that you sell, and then someone is posting them or talking about them, you know. It's kind of cool. I forget you're Kevin on Instagram. Let's see here. I'm not seeing them, Kevin. Oh, okay. Sweet. They're growing, man. They're definitely growing. Nice. Cool. Okay. Aquatic Jack says, I want to see them in a 20 long at an angle before I buy. I want to see them in a 20 long at an angle before I buy. Yeah. And the nice thing about it is, I don't know if you can see this top, but the top is really, so like you could have it like this, and then you could turn this top. The top is really hard to turn, but you could turn this top like that. So you could put them at an angle too, and it would suck in here, and then this you could angle up. So I know they're not wider than a 20 gallon long, for sure. They're about 4 inches less. So yeah, you could do that too. That's a great idea, actually. Yeah, I'll set them up this weekend, and I'll do a video on it, and probably just have to go through the old-fashioned cycle. Just take forever. I mean, it has to. You know, it was going to be doing that anyhow. I guess I could put them in here at an angle too. That's probably what I'll do. That is what I'll do. Okay. It's a good thing that I had you in the chat tonight, Aquatic Jack. Let's see here. Jeff says, I have a Flueball FX5 on my 125 and have been cleaning it every 6 months, and it's ready. Heavy stock, cichlid tank, tough, though. Okay, cool. Letting it go till the flow. Letting it go till the flow. Yeah, exactly. Guppy Puppies is in the house. Hey, Jeffro. Hello, everyone. What is up, Guppy Puppies? Corey said it wouldn't work on a 20 long or a 10 gallon, I think. Huh. Well, we will have to see. If it doesn't work on my 20 longs, then I will just have to do it on a different tank, like a 40 breeder, and then take my sponge filter out of that or something. I'll find a home for it. I got 40 aquariums. I'll put it on a 50 gallon or something. Devin Pepper says, I heard they were making a smaller one for 20 longs. I don't see how it wouldn't work. I mean, maybe they're saying it wouldn't work because you have to have it so low in the tank, but you can turn this thing and you could do it at an angle, you know? So the water would have to go into here, and this goes all the way down to here and sucks from here, and then the water can't come out of this lid or the air can't come out of this lid anywhere except for here. So if you suction this on the back of a 20 long, I think it would work. I'm going to try it. If it doesn't work, I'll just use it in a different tank. Dank says, put them in the ponds. Yeah, I know. I thought about that too. I started to do that on this one, this first one that I opened, but my hands got so cold in the water trying to pull the air nozzle off of my my sponge filter that I've got out there, so I backed out. But I thought about that too. I could set up, because I've got a couple of pumps out there already. I could set up a couple more pumps and unplug my sponge filters that I have out there. And my water isn't freezing out there either, by the way. It's just cold enough for your hands. Tampa Tom says, hey guppy puppies, I love guppies. Yep, you do, don't you? Devin says, well, the reason why Jeffro is because then fluidized circle couldn't be going. Yeah, that probably makes sense. Probably makes sense. You're probably right. So it probably wouldn't flow as good at an angle. Okay. We're at the bottom of the chat. We got 40 people watching. Devin says he talked about how you could put it at a slight angle but not sideways. Yep. I would say you could almost do it upright, especially on a bare bottom, because if you look, when I'm putting this here, I'm on the top of the plastic, so this isn't the bottom of the glass, you know? And I'm putting it there, and we're not all the way to the top. So even not at an angle, I don't see how that won't work. But if I'm wrong, I'll use it on a different tank. It's definitely a lot bigger than what I thought. Okay. Fish Out of Water Aquariums is in the house. What's up, man? Yeah, how's Dozer? Mary wants to know how you're doing, Dozer. Dozer. Hey. How you doing? How you doing, buddy? Look at him. Dozer is doing good, Mary. Sleeping like usual. Trying not to overdo it. Let's see here. Okay. I think we're at the bottom of the chat. It's not blowing up on me here, so anybody got any more questions? We're about 30 minutes in, so we got about 30 minutes more to go. Dozer does not have time for you. Yeah, I know, right? He sleeps 23 hours a day, and then he spends 5 minutes a day going number 1, 5 minutes a day going number 2, and then 50 minutes a day eating, and then he sleeps 23 again. Michelle Angel is in the house. What is up, Michelle? Nice to see you. Welcome to the live stream. Tonight is a Q&A live stream. So if anyone has any questions, hit me hard with them. Let's see, we got 30 minutes left. We need about 15 more questions. Brain teasers. Devin says, I'm going to try the new filter on my 29-gallon tank for Pleco grow out. Yeah, it would definitely work really good on those because they're a lot taller. And I'm going to try them on my 20-gallon longs because I'm going to have to put lids on those anyhow. So, Dank Tanks asks, how are the dumpy frogs? The dumpy frogs are doing really good. Those guys are assassins. I get crickets for them. I get 2 dozen crickets for them 2 to 3 days a week, depending on how much they complain. You know, whenever you hear them in there, roop, 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 that means that they're hungry. And, you know, the next day I'll go get them a dozen crickets. I mean, the tank that they're in is growing out so good that they are able to, you know, just jump around on the plants without the plants going down, you know. So, yeah, they're doing really good. They're having a great life. Everything is good. Bam Aquatics is in the house. What is up, Bam? Nice to see ya. Fish Out of Water says, I just got 43 new fish yesterday. 18 were guppies. I need more if anybody has any. Yeah. Valley Fish said, just noticed the YouTube counter on the screen. How long has that been there? For tonight. Just for tonight's stream. Let's see, what is today? Thursday? So Monday night was the first time I used this Streamlabs, OBS Streamlabs, and it allowed me to roll over everything that I already had in my OBS. So everything was already set up. Like, all I had to do is click on a button, and this thing was there, this thing was there, and then this thing was there. So that was all already there, what I already had set up. So I streamed that way Monday night, and then Tuesday night I spent like an hour on it, and I had this one thing on here that every time someone subscribed, it would pop up their you know, profile right here, and it would do a ding 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 ding, you know, and it would say such and such just subscribed. Or like if somebody super chatted, it would say their name and that they super chatted, you know. But that one didn't show up on here tonight. But this one right here I added because I don't know how many times throughout the stream I'm looking to see how many people are watching. Because like whenever I get to the max of people watching, that's whenever I want to talk about things that I want people to hear. You know what I mean? Like if there's only 5 or 6 people watching, I might wait until a little different part of the stream. So like if there's 45 people watching and there's only like 12 likes, you say, hey, if you guys don't mind, like the stream. You know, my moderators are supposed to be doing that. But anyhow, yeah, I just added it on tonight. It's been here the whole night. Out of the Blue Aquariums is in the house. What is up, Out of the Blue? Nice to see ya, and welcome to tonight's live stream. Keith says, thinking about starting a shrimp tank. What do I need? Depends on what kind of shrimp, of course, but if you're starting out with Neocaridina, which I would recommend, start out with some Neocaridina shrimp. I would get pool filter sand, and pool filter sand is really nice. I would get some cholla wood. I would get some almond leaves, like some Indian almond leaves, and I would get like maybe a bag of like rocks, but like get the the lava rocks. I would get a matin filter. And like if you're going to do a 10-gallon tank, you know, they sell 10-gallon matin filters. And then all you got to do is just get a little air pump. So, you know, you would have your substrate, which is the pool filter sand. Maybe get you a pretty good ball of Java moss, because they really love Java moss. They just, you know, foods that you feed them and stuff will go on them, on the Java moss, and they just sit there and graze on it. Those matin filters are really easy to set up, but you know, you're gonna have to cycle that matin filter for a while before you add shrimp to it. But so if you get a matin filter, an air pump, you'd have to get some tubing, sand, pool filter sand, cholla wood, leaves, rocks, and then some Java moss. The nice thing about having 40 aquariums also is you've got a lot of things. Like right now, if I wanted to set up a new shrimp tank in a 20 long, I've got sponge filter, which you can do a sponge filter. The nice thing about the matin filters is there's so much more surface area for your shrimp, you know, all that stuff that gets on those filters that those shrimp attack and eat and graze and all that kind of stuff. But you can do a sponge filter. So if you have some cycled sponge filters, you know, you can do that. But I could set up a shrimp tank right now. I've got 2 bags of pool filter sand. I've got sponge filters galore. I've got choa wood. I've got a bunch of lava rock out in that shower filter on my summer tubs. You know, I've got it all. I've got almond leaves. The nice thing about the almond leaves is they add a little bit of tannins to the water, but the shrimp can also graze on that. And then you just don't feed them every day, you know. Get you like some shrimp king complete or something like that, or like the North Fin kelp wafers. They love those. And so you would have your food and your substrate and everything. That's what I would do. That was a good question. And once you get into them, you will be hooked. Dank Tank says Cheese Creek update. Well, they're doing good. They're eating good. They're pigs. They're huge. They're colored up. Like, they're a lot better than what the video. See, I put that video out a little over a week ago. That video is actually starting to take off, by the way. Like, I looked at it today and it's got 1,200 and some views. So it's actually starting to take off. I wondered if it would, but it's acted weird too ever since I uploaded it. But the Cheese Creek plecos are still up here in this little grow out tank. I procrastinated for 3 weekends in a row, but this weekend I am going to set up their tanks and their stand and get them. I won't move them right now because we've got the whole filter situation. I could move them, but I probably won't till like next weekend or something. So I'll set up their system this weekend and move them over next weekend. Like and share, everybody. Thanks a lot, Kevin. Streamlabs is the bomb. Yeah, I haven't got to mess around with it too much, Susan. But it looks like there's a lot more stuff available than what there was on the old OBS. So once I learn it, what's going to be hard for me is I live stream 3 nights a week, and on my nights that I'm not live streaming, I'm trying to do videos and stuff, you know. So finding the time to mess around with it is what's going to be my problem. Michelle says, I have a pleco that has a bump on his nose. I wanted to post a picture, but I'm not seeing an option for that. Yeah, we can't post pictures on here. Let's see, how do we do that? What are your thoughts on what it could be or what to do? Yeah, that's pretty tough without seeing it. I guess the one thing to start asking about is like, without seeing the picture, it's going to be really hard to ever tell you what it is because, you know, it could be nothing. It could be like, oh my gosh, or, I mean, it could be a number of things, but how long has it been that way? And has it got worse? You know, all those kind of things. Yeah, I don't know how to get a picture to me, really. Mary said, whose idea was Streamlabs? I think you had told me about it, but Jeremy's told me about it a lot too, and like the other night we were talking about it, and I mean, I knew about it, but it's one of those type of deals where whenever it ain't broke, don't fix it. I had a really good long streak with OBS not messing up on me, so yeah, I was kind of hesitant to move. But the one thing I like about this one is like my CPUs are a lot higher, so therefore I think I won't buffer as much. But thanks, Mary, for helping me find Streamlabs OBS. Thanks, Mary. Maple Street Aquatics is in the house. What is up, Maple Street? Mary is linking my Teespring account. Actually, whenever that package came in with these Zeus filters or whatever you call them, I thought it was actually my sweatshirt, because I ordered a new sweatshirt with the new logo on it, and I can't wait till it gets here. I was thinking, awesome, I'll get to wear that tonight, and then I shook the box, or the box made a, like, that sound whenever I turned the box, so I was like, oh, it's not my sweatshirt. But hey, it's these new filters. Let's see here. Sorry I'm late. I was putting the munchkin to bed. Well, what is up, Aqua Funk? Nice to see you, buddy. Down the wormhole, lurking while water changes. Awesome, D. Let's see here. OMG, that dog is hysterical. Yeah, he's sure funny. What is up, Terry? Terry's Tropical Tank. Sorry, Jeff, but KG and Primetime had a stream together. I know, I was watching that. I got to meet Primetime. Gosh, what was that? It's been over a month ago whenever I went up there to the Chicago area. He's pretty cool, dude. Looked like tonight, though, he had his shrimp. I seen Valley Fish's question. He had his beard trimmed way back. Jeff from Valley Fish says, any pleco and shrimp combo tanks. Yep. I've got breeding for profit over here that I've got some really nice cherry shrimp that I haven't sold out of in probably 7 or 8 months, and I don't even have to cull this tank. It's actually, I've got it pretty straight. But there's shrimp in there, there's plecos in there, there's guppies in there, Malaysian trumpet snails, and then over here in this 40-gallon planted tank, I've got plecos and shrimp and endlers in there, and tons of plants. And then let's see, actually there's like probably 20 cherry shrimp in there by accident that came in on like the Malaysian driftwood and sponge filters and stuff like that. But I don't recommend it. Like, I got into those breeding for profit tanks because I thought they were cool. You can get a lot of things in one tank, you know, like that's actually a great idea. So you can feed your need for more stuff, you know, and so it's not like, you know, that's just my pleco tank over here. It's, hey, that's my breeding for profit tank. You know, I got snails in there, I've got some plants in there, you know, I can grow my java moss in there, I've got some shrimp, I've got some plecos, and I've even got some guppies in there, you know. And there's also some shrimp, there's black shrimp in there, and super reds grow out in there. So I've got shrimp and plecos in there. But the reason why I don't recommend it is because pleco and shrimp, you can't ever feed your shrimp specialty food. Like, if you're, you know, like my shrimp tanks that I've got shrimp only in them, I like those because I know they're eating what I feed them. They're not getting smacked in the face by a big old pleco tail and getting knocked out of the way and interrupted while they're eating. They can all, as a colony of shrimp, come and converge on the food that you feed them. So if I was, you know, recommending someone something, I wouldn't put plecos and shrimp together just because of that. You can't species feed, you know. So if I throw a kelp wafer in there, my plecos are going to eat it, and what's going to happen is they're going to dust it up really good and knock those shrimp all out of the way, and then the shrimp are just going to be eating the little particles that get up in the water column and that get up into the moss, you know. And just nothing worse than seeing a big buried female, beautiful, you know, fire cherry shrimp eating on some kind of food, and then your big beautiful super red male comes over there and just bam, you know. So Dang Tank says no excuses. Mary says it's definitely a look. It's definitely a look. Okay, I don't know what you mean by that. Let's see here. Mortal Slayer. Oh, Loaves and Fishes. He does work those thumbnails for sure. Yeah, no doubt, right? You guys are making fun of me, I can see. Valleyfish says 100% hobbyist, 100% Minnesota guppies. Okay, Aquafunk, he does. Yeah, he put a lot of effort into his vids. What are you guys talking about? Pet Sodix is in the house. What is up, Pet Sodix? There went the chat like crazy. What is up, Pet Sodix? I need some what? I'm lost. Okay. Let's see if anybody else new is in here or anybody got any questions, and I will just let you guys talk. Red Dirt Cichlids is in the house. What's up, buddy? Regular fancy guppies. Out of the Blue Aquarium said should have a marine shipment, and tomorrow I'll do an unboxing video, maybe tomorrow or this weekend. Exciting. Yeah, I was gonna do an unboxing on this and just add it in, but what I'll do is I'll probably talk about them, but I'm gonna try them on my 20-gallon longs. I really think that even if I only have to do it just at a slight angle, I don't even really think I will. I mean, if you look, actually, let's do it there. Look, I mean, look at all that gap up above it. My lift tube on my sponge filter behind it is the same height. You know? I think it will work. I really do. I don't know. I'm not going to put any plants in these aquariums that I'm wanting to do, so my substrate doesn't have to be really thick. I mean, maybe there's something to do with this has to be up off the substrate by a certain, I mean, maybe I should read the directions. But regardless, I'll be able to use them on something. I mean, they'd be a perfect for a 40-gallon breeder. See that? I mean, that would be perfect. But they pretty much kind of have to be upright though, because like Devin said, I hadn't even thought of that. If you had it sideways, this fluidized media wouldn't be able to move, wouldn't be able to circulate. All right, Kevin says I'll have to do an unboxing next week on Instagram, won't I? Jeffroz FishKeeping. Yep. And yeah, I've got to pull those things out tomorrow night because, man, there's one female in there that is just fat. And I know there's more than 10 in there, but whenever I put it on the invoice, I just put it down as 10 because anybody that knows anything about Danios, they're constantly just going like this, and they're impossible to count. But I know there's more than 10. Thanks says, Frodo, may I pewter the shrimp? Pewter the shrimp. Pewter? I don't know. Pewter to me is a color, Dank. So I don't know. Candy is here. What is up, Candy? Jesse from HC Aqua's here. What is up, man? Science Gal Aquatics is here. What is up? Cichlid King Aquatics says, so Jeff, your main filtration is sponge. Yep. On all my smaller tanks, it's a sponge only. And then whenever I get up to like the 29s or 30, these are either a 29 or a 30. That's the size that I start moving up into like a hang on the back, 40-gallon breeders. And then I have sponge filter and hang on the back. I like to do that. I made a filtration video a while back where I kind of talked about my school of thought on it. But yeah, like I would say my biggest filtration in my aquariums is the sponge filter. That would be a safe bet. Okay. Science Gal says, hi everyone, finally off work. That is awesome. Was talking about the one thing in the corner. one thing in the corner. Now I'm lost because I can't remember what you said earlier. And then Dank says rack. Oh, okay, never mind. Was there someone in here that is from Minnesota? Kevin would like. Yeah, Mortal Slayer 82 is. He's not from Minnesota. He lives in Minnesota. He could be from Minnesota, but he lived in Iowa for a long time too. David Ulrich says, would a 10-gallon work good for breeding shrimp? I've got 3 10-gallons right now that the shrimp are breeding like mad crazy in. I mean, tons of shrimp in there. So yes, 10 gallons are a good deal. Barbara Jackson's in the house. Hi everyone, and Jeffro live stream hopping tonight. Well, welcome Barbara Jackson, and Rack from River Life is here. What is up, Rack? Let's see, anybody else coming in? Loaves and Fishes says, and then there went the chat again. Jeffro, do you have any long fin bristlenose plecos for sale? I've got some albinos that are like 1 inch long. I don't know how many, because they got to get close to 1 inch long before I can tell them between the short fins. I've got like 300 to 400 in here, and they've got to get to a certain length before I can even tell if they're a long fin or not. But I know I've got probably 10 or more, I would say. It would be a good guesstimation. So hit me up on Instagram. Send me a direct message on Instagram, and I can tell you what it would cost for them, and like shipping and stuff like that. And another thing I've got to be careful for is here, like the first week of December, like I probably shouldn't ship any later than like next week should be my last time shipping, because the holiday season is like returns and stuff start happening. So a lot of people in the hobby stop shipping during December and pick it back up after the holidays in January. So, and then, you know, I'm dealing with cold right now. Like I did order some more heat packs because I'm down to 4 heat packs. So like I really need to be doing like 2 heat packs at a time with the weather that it is this week. Jamie McDonald's in the house. What is up, Jamie? Nice to see you. Bam. Okay. Now putting dishes away. 54 watching and only 35 likes. No. We can do better. Thanks a lot, Aqua Funk. Appreciate that, brother. Niall Seaton is in the house. Hey, guys. I'm here just listening in as I drive home. Well, welcome to the live stream, man. Nice to see you. We've been going for just about an hour here. I started a little late. I was having some technical difficulties, but got about 2 minutes left. I'm going to scroll down. Wait a second. Valley Fish had a question there. Man, I was way behind. How often do you clean your sponge filters? I would say somewhere between 6 and 8 weeks. Honestly. Intake sponges get done a lot more often. My intake sponges on my hang on the backs get done a lot more often. Lisa from KG Tropicals is in the house. What is up, Lisa? Nice to see ya. Mad Cypress LL is in the house. What is up, Mad Cypress? Chad Krotz is here. Jeffro, just stopping in to say howdy. I'm seriously calling it a night. Yeah. Well, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate that. The survey button 100% Twin City Guppies tour. I got gas money. LOL. Yeah. King Lee told me to, like, he sent a message back to me and told me some dates that would work, and I have to just look at my schedule. But that would be a fun one. And definitely, for sure, we could ride together. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Chad Krotz says I'm serious this time. Yeah. All right. I've got time for one more question. I'm going to scroll down, and wherever it stops, the first question I see. Any advice on getting fish to eat pellets instead of bloodworms? My red terror will only eat bloodworms. I've never had this problem before, but I've had this question a lot. And, gosh, I've just never, ever. That's one reason why I kind of try to stay away from, like, bloodworms and frozen brine shrimp and stuff, because I don't want them to get used to it. But sometimes you got to almost starve them off of it, it seems like. You know, I mean, I've never had that problem, so I don't have a really good strategy to tell you. But, yeah, that's a tough one. I would just try some different, like maybe even try some flakes or something like that, you know. I don't know. I don't know exactly what you were saying your red terrors, yeah. I don't know. I wish that I could help you, but I mean, I am all the time like skip feeding, feeding different foods. You know, I'm constantly rotating my foods on all of my stuff, and I've just never had any of them get picky. And I say that, knock on wood, but I'll probably end up having that problem one of these days now that I say that. Wichita Falls Fish Keeper says, Jeffro, how are the new plecos? They are doing great. They have adjusted really, really good. They're still up there in the low boy, and I'm loving them. Loving them. Barbara Jackson says, what's your favorite pleco? My favorite pleco, gosh, I'm really into that one, what's it called, the Grand Panook. It's got the mustache that comes off of it right here. That thing is beast. I think it's called the Grand Panook. Hey, D's got a good idea here, Kevin. Soak the pellets in bloodworm juice. That is a great idea, D. Thank you so much. That is a great idea. That is another good idea. Not Nola Jean says, what's the new food that's red and looks like a worm? That is that new, it's a Sarah food. Help us out, Candy. Do you know? It is called, I want to say Grub Bites, but it's not Grub Bites. It's a Sarah food, and I know that Aquarium Co-op is selling it. But D, that is a great idea. Okay, guys, we are at the hour here, and I'm going to go ahead and shut things down. I appreciate everybody that came in tonight, and it was a good live stream. Man, it went quick. Started out a little ranty at the beginning, but I was just having issues with my technologies. Sarah O'Nips, that is it. Thanks a lot, Candy. Yeah, that would be another thing to try too, because they look like a bloodworm. They're the color of a bloodworm. They even, I think, I've not smelled them, but I think they kind of smell like that kind of stuff. But anyhow, make sure and come back Saturday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we'll do this again. Hang out on the Jeffroz FishKeeping live stream. Peace out, y'all. Peace out.